Okay, welcome to SBG Cork City. I'm joined by the main man himself. Liam, first of all, thanks for having us here. We got the tour before we started the interview. What's the last few months been like, first of all? You've been doing this a long time, but what's the atmosphere been like at the moment?
Atmosphere is great. We've had, like, the last year, I suppose, really, we've kind of really added in the Wimp to Warrior process, which has brought a whole new kind of bunch of people through the gym, and the atmosphere has grown from there. Our fight team is doing very, very well at the moment. They're all training very, very hard. And like, we're 12 months now, or maybe just a bit more than 12 months in this new venue. Yeah. So we're kind of really settling in now. The rooms that we were renovating the last time we were here are kind of more or less done, and we're kind of, we're doing well.
It looks unreal. You've been at this game a long, long time. We have to ask you, first of all, how did it all start first day, from them Baba footsteps on?
Well, my mother and father were karate people.
Yeah.
So they started back in the 70s, and my sister Marlene and my brother Stephen, when they were 7 and 8 years of age, they were brought to the gym. They were doing karate. When I was along much later, I was in an accident after 12 years. So they brought me along to the gym as well. So we've always been involved in karate. My kind of karate journey kind of took a sidestep. I went towards the action movie stuff when I was in my early 20s over in the States, and I came back around then. I've always been a fan of MMA, and we had this opportunity to kind of open up our own full-time centre. Yeah. And my initial goal was, right, I'm going to have a fight in a cage, I'm going to kick some fella in the head and knock him out, and then the gym is going to be jointed. That was the goal. Yeah. Unfortunately, I ended up fighting one of John Kavanagh's students, got my head kicked in, and then that was my moment of realisation, and I started studying properly to jiu-jitsu and the rest.
To master it.
That's kind of where we're at the moment, you know.
Definitely, and like, it's been some journey, because I remember the old K2C days, and then obviously, like, you've seen so many fighters from day one, you know, come up the ranks. You know, you go to so many shows. It must be thrilling just to train fighters and you know, make them, you know, become what they are.
Yeah, it's an honour. It's an honour that somebody would choose to have you in their corner in the first place, to have you as a mentor in their journey. You know, yeah. All of these guys, all these young lads that are, you know, coming in 12, 13, 14, and they're training 10 years later, and their goal is to be a UFC fighter or in Bellator or top tier of whatever sport they're at. Yeah. And they've made a conscious decision to bring you along with that journey, and that's an honour. It's my favourite part of the job as well. John Kavanagh always talks about his job being kind of multifaceted. You know, you have the gym is here for everybody. It's not just the fighters. I mean, we have people who do this for weight loss as a hobby, for self-defense and everything like that. The fight team is just a very small portion of that, but it is definitely my favourite part of it. Definitely,
and it's changing every day, MMA, because as we know, years and years ago, we all kind of knew there was something there, but now it's, you know, the likes of Conor, you know, Paddy, Ashling, you know, they've really changed it. Like, how big do you think this game can be, and especially in Ireland, you know, are we going to see more world champions? Are we going to see, you know, lots more happening?
100%. One of the big things about, I mean, like, the lads have been pioneers, the first wave through, and including all the names you have like Neil Seary and Redzer and Owen Roddy before them, and even John before them, and Andy Ryan. Like, there's so many different names that go down over the last decade and a half of these guys who have cut the path for the rest of the Irish fighters to follow. But in all of that time, we didn't have a grassroots development plan coming through. Yeah. We had the MMA leagues did a great job for a number of years, and the likes of Chris Fields came through the MMA leagues, Tom King came through the MMA leagues, and many of the fighters that are there now. But that was like 4 tournaments a year. Yeah, yeah. Now we're kind of getting to the stage where you have the IMAF, the Europeans and the Worlds, and the African Open, and all these major tournaments that are designed at amateur level. Yeah. And there's going to be another layer underneath that, and there's going to be more grassroots, there's going to be more junior kind of MMA going on. So in the next 10 years, you're going to have guys who reach 20, 25 years of age, who already have 12 years of MMA behind them. Yeah. That's when you're going to see, like, another whole other level altogether, you know? So there's no limit to it, there's no limit to it.
Definitely. And we have to talk about I've always watched your live show, and Bruce by the Lee. Yeah. Is it going to come back? I know it's a small little break. Yeah. 100%. I miss it.
Yeah, well, we missed it too. Myself and the Hulk there behind the camera, he was my co-anchor there for ages, and he went off to Australia for a while, and I kept going with guest appearances and stuff like that. Yeah. But what literally happened was, generic people are the the lads that kind of put the whole production together.
Yeah.
They also do Electric Picnic.
Yeah.
They have their own nightclub now as well. So
yeah, yeah.
they had a few projects going on. I had a few projects going on. We had like fight team going on. Wimpton Warrior was finishing up. So we took a break and we got out of the routine.
Yeah.
But we're
they're going to get back. It has to happen.
It's coming
back.
It
has to happen.
All the content is there anyway, because the Bruce by the Lee has always been just a kind of a way to publish the stuff that I do for the Evening Echo anyway. Yeah. So I'm still doing the content. I've never stopped doing the Echo. I do those articles every week. So the content is there. It's just a matter of sitting down in front of a camera and producing the episodes. So.
Well, I love it, so make sure it comes back, please. We have to talk about Ryan, just for the simple reason we had Ryan on before you, right?
Sure.
He's a big lad.
Big fella, yeah.
He's obviously got a big future. You've seen him, you've been with him pretty much a long time. You know, what kind of a presence is he at the gym, first of all, and how far can he go?
Yeah, well, he's one of the team captains in the gym. I mean, obviously, he helps coach classes here. He's one of the principal coaches for the Wimpton Warrior. Yeah. He's coaching the jiu-jitsu and any of the MMA classes as well. But more than that, because he's currently fighting and because he's out there putting himself on the line, contest after contest after contest, an awful lot of the younger fighters look up to him. Yeah. So he's a team captain as well as being a coach. Yeah, he has a tremendous future ahead of him. He's got like over 12 fights now in MMA. A bunch of K1 fights and boxing fights before that as well. Numerous gold medals in jiu-jitsu competitions, sub-only and gi competitions, and loves competing, loves to fight, loves to compete, loves to test himself. Yeah. Yeah, very dedicated and absolutely 100% major future ahead.
He'll go all the way. We have to talk about Wimpton Warrior because, first of all, I've seen like people in my local area, they've all made this step to get into that ring. Now, personally, I've always wanted to do it, but I just don't have the courage to do it. I'm not going to lie. It's obviously, you know, it's something that you really have to have the courage to do. It's really taken over. It's doing wonders, isn't it?
Yeah, it's phenomenal. It's been a great boost to the gym here from like just injecting fresh personalities into the gym. Yeah. And even though a lot of these guys will be coming from like raw novice, had never thrown a punch, let alone gotten a scrap in their life. And then 6 months later, they're stepping into a cage. That's a different type of inspiration altogether. Yeah. That's the kind of inspiration that you see the underdog get to the top, you know? Yeah. We've had people from all walks of life. Like people who have maybe had a white-collar boxing fight years ago, people who had never done anything before, people who are severely overweight or unfit, maybe some medical conditions as well. Yeah. And every single one of them, bar none, have had major positive influences from it, either mental health, physical health, you know, just self-defense and confidence, you know, being able to carry yourself with a bit more confidence because you know that if somebody does get stuck into you, you have a little bit more knowledge of what to do, you know. And just the achievement of going through 6 months of 6 a.m. starts, putting yourself through the mornings that you didn't want to get out of bed, you did it anyway. Your fitness is through the roof. You've achieved so many different things that like all these little successes just build confidence. And we see it from every season. It's the same. We see just massive success stories. Definitely.
And just for all the people that will see this video, and obviously if anyone knows about SPG, it's open obviously 5-6 days a week. Can people just call in and have a quick tour and then decide if they want to join? And
yeah, absolutely. The first thing that we always recommend for people is to come in and get their free private lesson. So we do a one-on-one consultation. Yeah. So somebody can just message us on our Facebook page. We'll organise an appointment. They come in, have a tour of the gym just like you guys had, and then we'll set them up with a private lesson in whatever discipline that they chose that they wanted to do. Yeah. And we'll talk to them about memberships and stuff like that and get them started. It's really easy. Facebook is your best bet for us.
Liam, you're a jet as always, my friend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.